Question. PS. If x squared minus x minus 2 is smaller than 0, and x squared minus 3 times x is greater than 0, which of the following inequalities must be true? Solution. Relationship between functions and inequalities. Y equals a times x squared plus b times x plus c. A is greater than 0. When a is positive, the parabolic equation will result in a sign of u, a parabola opening upwards. A is smaller than 0. When a is negative, the parabolic equation will result in a sign of n, a parabola opening downwards. The first fundamental concept in inequality. If a is greater than b, which is greater than c, then a is greater than b is greater than c, and a is greater than c. Also, if a is greater than x and x is greater than b, then a is greater than x, which is greater than b. We are required to find the inequalities given in the options. That would be true if x squared minus x minus 2 is smaller than 0, and x squared minus 3 times x is greater than 0. Let us check each inequality separately. Case 1. X squared minus x minus 2 is smaller than 0. The function y equals x squared minus x minus 2 equals whole of x plus 1 times whole of x minus 2 means that x is negative 1 and 2 when y equals 0. Now the above relation gives a equals 1, and since a is greater than 0, the parabola will open upwards. Also, the parabola will intersect the x-axis at negative 1 and 2. We are looking for x squared minus x minus 2 is smaller than 0, which can be factorized as whole of x plus 1 times whole of x minus 2 is smaller than 0. Whole of x plus 1 times whole of x minus 2 is smaller than 0 means that the factors x plus 1 and x minus 2 do not have the same sign. That is, x plus 1 is smaller than 0 and x minus 2 is greater than 0, or x plus 1 is greater than 0 and x minus 2 is smaller than 0. Which means x is smaller than negative 1 and x is greater than 2, or x is greater than negative 1 and x is smaller than 2. X is smaller than negative 1 and x is greater than 2 is empty because there is no number less than negative 1 that is greater than 2. X is greater than negative 1, or negative 1 is smaller than x, and x is smaller than 2 means negative 1 is smaller than x, which is smaller than 2, by the first fundamental concept in inequality. Therefore, the range of x becomes negative 1 is smaller than x, which is smaller than 2, as also shown in the figure above. Case 2. Y equals x squared minus 3 times x is greater than 0. The function y equals x squared minus 3 times x equals x times whole of x minus 3 means that x is 0 and 3 when y equals 0. Now the above relation gives a equals 1, and since a is greater than 0, the parabola will open upwards. Also, The parabola will intersect the x-axis at 0 and 3. We are looking for x squared minus 3 times x is greater than 0, which can be factorized as x times whole of x minus 3 is greater than 0. X times whole of x minus 3 is greater than 0 means that the factors x and x minus 3 have the same sign. That is, x is greater than 0 when x minus 3 is greater than 0, or x is smaller than 0 when x minus 3 is smaller than 0, which means x is greater than 0 when x is greater than 3, or x is smaller than 0 and x is smaller than 3. X is greater than 0 and x is greater than 3 means x is greater than 3. Also, x is smaller than 0 and x is smaller than 3 means x is smaller than 0. Therefore, the range of x becomes x is smaller than 0 or 3 is smaller than x, as shown by the figure above. The overlap between the two inequalities is -1 is smaller than x, which is smaller than 0, as shown above, and is correctly given by option A. You should draw an accurate picture on a number line. Answer A.